Dad's all torn up and Mom's got like a harpoon thing in her neck and they're getting bigger.
They'll eat anything.
You know, those, man-eating hairballs that you do not believe in.
Critters. They bite.
Hey guys, this is Chris, and I am with Critters Rehatched, and I'm here today with the good buddy Sean.
Hey, how's it going?
And we're going to be putting together this podcast for you today. It's going to be Critters, the podcast, and I think we're going to call it They Bite. Is that right? Does that sound like a good title?
Oh, yeah, it is no better. Come on.
All right. And as most people already know, the recent announcement came through for the Critters, a new Binge digital TV series or whatever it's going to be. Sean, you want to go ahead and talk about what that actually was?
Well, I mean, it was more or less rumored. What was it, 2014?
Yeah, 2014 it came for like the first announcement.
Yeah, so we've been sitting here for 3 years, more or less giving up hope, and then, God, what was it, just like 2 days ago, they announced pretty much fully, you see it in all the like horror news things on your Facebook feed or whatever.
Yeah, it came out of nowhere too.
Yeah, it really did. I mean, I'm still kind of in disbelief. Like I keep saying, we get a Ghastly's Blu-ray, we still don't get a Critters one, you know, but they're pitching a TV series, you know, it's like, do they really just care about you and me?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but I'll take it.
I'm super pumped for it. I don't even know. I didn't even know the guy that was making it. Like he wasn't really a big time person either. He's somebody who worked on a movie called Zombievers, and his name is Jordan Rubin.
Okay, no, I haven't even seen that. Have you?
I did, and I didn't really care for it much, but they did use practical effects for the film.
Okay, yeah, there's a plus.
Yeah.
And I did see an interview where they were saying they don't want to use CGI and they want to use practical for the Critters series too. So
yeah. That article that you shared with me on the Critters Rehatch page, I didn't even see that one at first, and I thought the original article that came out just calling the announcement was fake because it listed it with Conan O'Brien, like his TV show is being in the works, and I was like, why are they making fun of Critters with Conan O'Brien? Like, this is so stupid. And then once I saw like the article that you posted with him doing an interview with Sci-Fi Wire about like the practical effects and stuff, I was like, well, it's official, it's real, it's happening. So then I had to go through and read everything over again.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the irony is, you know, even if Conan did a joke about Critters, it'd be shocking. So getting a TV series is just beyond shocking.
Yeah, it showed a picture of Conan O'Brien, and then it was like Conan O'Brien's pets, Critters, and I was like, what, is somebody making fun of Conan O'Brien's hair, saying it looks like a critter?
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, but the show's going to be it's going to be supposed to be released this year, right?
Yeah, that's what they're saying. But the kicker is that, I mean, it's not going to be on TV. You know, I'm behind the times. You seem like you're a little behind the times.
Yeah,
and
I mean, we're getting old. We're both in our 30s, right? So.
Yeah, I'm 30 now. I mean, they just need to release it on VHS. I mean, this is hard. You know?
Yeah, they need to release the soundtrack on cassette tape and vinyl record.
Oh, of course, yes. But yeah, it's going to be on that Verizon Go. Is that what it is?
Yeah. I had to do some research to figure out what this thing was. I'd never heard of it before, but it's an app that you can download either on your cell phone or tablet with Google Play or whatever the iPhone, Apple Store or whatever. And it's free to download, so nobody has to worry about paying anything for it. But you just download the app, make an account with your email address, and then you're able to watch it. But I had a problem with mine. I wasn't able to like TiVo anything, like Chromecast it. I wasn't able to do that from my phone to my TV because I have a weird brand TiVo, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, it beats me over the head, man. I still really do have a TV with a VCR in it, so it's going to be a real task for me. But yeah, I mean, yeah, it seems like everyone who you think would be targeted at is like, what's that? And how do I watch it?
Yeah. But let's get into what the show's about. It's about the Critters coming back for one of their own that landed on Earth years ago and maybe a previous mission or something, and it doesn't really discuss what the actual mission was or whether it's from from the actual movies themselves.
Yeah, I think they could go back to Critters 3 because that was the last time it was on Earth. But yeah, who knows? They might just bring up something that was never a part of the movies.
Yeah.
But I do like that because it took me a minute to even think about the option that it could be. But are they going to follow the Critters around, kind of like and have them almost be a character with dialogue?
I hope not.
I don't know. Like, I don't want them to interact with the humans. I know that. But is it going to give them more scenes where they're like discussing that they need to get down to Earth? My biggest question is, are the freaking bounty hunters going to be a part of it? Because I don't know. We know we're not going to have Charlie, so we have to have the Critters and the bounty hunters, in my opinion.
Yeah, we definitely have to have some force that kind of hunts them or tries to kill them off. It can't just be like the teenagers from high school that they're supposed to be in with.
No, I hope not. Anyway, I mean, Critters 3 kind of did that. You had the tenants fighting them off until Charlie really showed up. So
yeah.
If anything, I'm thinking it could go along the lines of Critters 3 because that it's a real character comedy. It's really funny.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to picture what they're going to do because what are your expectations? I'm going to be happy either way, almost.
Oh yeah. I'm definitely going to be super thrilled that anything is even going to come out from it. No matter what it is, even if it just follows the critters around and they just roll around the town, I'd watch that.
Yeah. But I think the only thing they could really ruin it with is if there was like a critter that started speaking English.
They better use their
main character. Yeah,
yeah, they better use their own language, the Krite language that they're known for.
Yeah, I think there are little things that would, like I say I have low expectations, but there are little things that would get to me. The bounty hunters would be huge, actually. If they didn't shoot spikes from the back, I think I'd complain for a bit. There's little things that I just feel like they can't get rid of. They can add, but don't get rid of almost.
I feel like they're going to stick to the franchise lure quite a bit actually, because whenever you got the producers from the original franchise getting involved, Barry Yopper and Rupert Harvey, both of them are the reasons why the franchise even exists. So I feel like they'll take care of it and they'll make sure that those things happen.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, that is true. That's a big plus.
I think the story will probably be a little bit more character driven than critters driven. I think that the characters are going to be follow around a couple of students in high school with a couple of teachers and maybe even the students' parents. And
I kind of think it should, even though there's a good chance we'll hate these kids or whatever. I don't know,
Yeah, maybe the bounty hunters land, and the first place they go to is the kid's house, but the parents don't know where the kids are, doesn't know anything's happening, and they destroy the kid's house.
Yes, yeah. The morphing, the face morphing. I've watched the movie with people. It's obviously your and I's favorite movie, and one of my favorite gags is the face morphing of the bounty hunters. But a lot of people I watch it with says it gets old by the end, it's a running gag, a played out one note joke. Do you think that they'll keep that going?
I think they will. If they use the bounty hunters, I think they'll at least do it at the beginning of the first episode, depending on how many episodes there are. Maybe they'll find their own character for the first time, morph into it, and they'll be that character for the remaining of the series until that character dies or doesn't want anything else to do with the show anymore. Then they'll be able to switch to a new bounty hunter.
It's hard to picture the bounty hunters without Terrence Mann. That really is.
I'd rather have Don Opper come back
all day, but I don't know, the first two, when they're just kind of clueless and don't have much dialogue and they're just blowing things up and stuff, or there's just something about the dude with the big perm going around doing it that made it so awesome.
Yeah, it's just definitely got that 80s feel.
Yeah, but that probably won't be there. But who knows? The 80s is coming back.
Yeah, I think that if they bring back any of the original characters, they're not gonna bring back the whole the style of that 80s. They're gonna have them with the shortcut hair that most of them have nowadays. And
who knows, man? It could be like Stranger Things with critters. They might be like, they're taking off.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
Yeah. I see that as the next branch of horror almost. The kid adventure, like Stranger Things. It was pretty much the same damn thing.
Oh yeah, definitely. I don't think it would have existed if Stranger Things wouldn't have came out.
Yeah, it really wouldn't. So I mean, honestly, if they did that a bit with critters, like I think they're going to do that when they make another Jason movie. It's going to actually take place in the 80s. I think they might as well, since that's where horror still kind of resides. So.
Yeah. Now, I was actually talking to one of my friends the other day about this, and right the day that it got announced, and they were like, "Well, is it going to be like a half-hour like show, or is it going to be like a full-hour drama show?" And I was like, "Well, it better be an hour-long show because 30 minutes is really hard to set up a story that's like character-driven, and this show needs a character-driven story."
And nowadays, 30-minute shows are literally cartoons and sitcoms, man. Anything live action like takes up, the 45 minutes or whatever it is without commercials, but an hour.
Yeah. I'm hoping it's that. I just want to see more development, more character development with that.
Especially if they're not even trying to sound that pessimistic, but we probably won't get 2 seasons. So I mean, if they better give us as much as they freaking can,
Yeah. The only way, if it's going to be on that app, it's going to be free, so nobody's really paying for it. So that's like an issue right there. Like, how are they going to know? Like, I know that it has ads and stuff on the app that determines, kind of like how Netflix or Hulu and stuff does, where however many people click on it determines the ratings for it. So if it's just on the app and nobody's paying for it, is it really going to be like 2 or 3 seasons long? I don't know.
It beats me, man. It's so over my head. And it pretty much, people would have to just go ape about it to really like show them that people loved it, We're going to have to watch the series every single day. Go into it and click on it as many times as you can. It doesn't matter if you watch it or not. And then like share videos and just tell people to go click on the video and watch it just for a minute or two. We got to get like hype the crate, man. Yeah. That's kind of something that I was wanting to get at with you too. What do you think they're going to do with the series after it airs? Like, if it's going to be on the app, like, is it going to be available on DVD and Blu-ray afterwards, or is it just going to air and be on the app, and then that's the only way to watch it from here on out? I'm sure you're on this level. I think all the Blu-rays are going to hit like in a few months. 1 through 4. It'll probably be a box set. Unfortunately, I'd rather see them all individually, but physical media is going away. But I think they're finally going to release them on Blu-ray. Yeah. And probably it'll come with a special feature that advertises the series coming up, probably even a sticker on the front, I could imagine. And that's how they're going to hype this. It'll probably be like, catch the new Critters, a new Binge, only available on Verizon Go 90 app. Download now. Yeah. It might come out. It might come with a download of it. I don't know. It probably sounds so dated here, but it's definitely the promotion for it. That's for sure, because they've been holding off on the Blu-ray for this series so long, and they're putting out so much stuff that nobody even grew up with. They're just discovering through the internet now and realizing it was cool. Like everyone there's actually happy people cared. Why are they holding off? Yeah, that's something I was noticing whenever the announcement came through, was every time that I would scroll through Facebook and there'd be a different post through like Bloody Disgusting or some other website, the following post, like everybody that was commenting on it was going like, oh my God, finally, I can't wait, this is so awesome. And I was like, man, is there really that many people really excited about this? I had no idea. I hope so, because, I went to a 35mm screening of Critters, I think it was 2 years ago, and the guy goes up before it, and he asks a question. He goes, how many people have never seen this? And a lot of people raise their hand. And then he's like, how many people saw it back then but don't even remember it? And the rest of the people raised their hand. And they didn't even give the option for, like, who here is a Giants fan? So I didn't even get to raise my hand. You were the lone survivor in the audience. Yeah. I was like, where's Chris, man? I was stuck at home not being able to watch it. No, I did take my friend. He really that was his first time seeing it, and he enjoyed it a lot. The guy took the rules, man.
That's okay.
It almost has a stigma.
I got you. I got you beat though with Critters 2 screenings because I got to watch Critters 2 on a big blow up screen at a convention with Don Opper and Leanne Curtis from the Critters 2. So
yeah, dude, you got me beat completely. Like if I met Don Opper, like if I met Don Opper, I'd tear up.
Oh man,
I'm
almost did.
realistic, and I would just think it's Charlie. I'd just, oh wow.
I'll have to keep that story for another podcast because it's going to that convention back in 2011 was an experience in itself, and it's something that it's going to take a little bit to discuss and like go through and tell all the stories that I had with meeting everybody, and I'll save that for another podcast though.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's going to be a good discussion.
You mentioned the Blu-rays. You think that the Blu-rays are going to be coming out, the box set and stuff. What do you think they're going to do with it? Do you think they're going to do anything special besides just put them out on Blu-ray?
A part of me thinks that part 2 might get some behind-the-scenes footage. But man, I'm just prepared to be let down. It's probably going to be everything that you found already. They're going to steal it from you somehow. Or
well, that's the funny thing.
YouTube clips.
The funny thing is I found all those like behind the scenes stuff. Like it took me a long time to discover some of those things, and I posted those on YouTube. And I didn't do anything for monetization or anything. I didn't want any money for it. And Warner Brothers, after a while, I guess after they got so many hits because they got a lot of hits on YouTube, and YouTube sent like a copyright claim to like almost every single one of my videos, but they were allowing the video. It said you don't need to do anything. Warner Brothers is allowing your videos to play on YouTube, and I was like, well, that's weird because usually Warner Brothers is a company that doesn't want anything like that, so like they would delete the video, and it's kind of strange that they're letting me keep it on here.
So thanks for finding it for them.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah. I do know from, I've talked to the Kyoto brothers before, and they haven't mentioned to me that they have behind-the-scenes footage, like on-set footage of all 4 Critters movies, and they're having trouble getting it from their source to a digital file.
And that's what you and I want. That's what all the Critter fans want, man. Like, I can picture it for 1 and 2 for some reason. I can't picture ever seeing behind-the-scenes footage for 3 and 4.
Yeah, but it's there. They have it, though. They have footage of them doing stuff.
Such a surreal thought. and I hope it's not just, like, deleted scenes of dialogue, man. Like, us fans, we watch these movies over and over again because it's not enough. We want more, footage of the Critters. We want to see the puppeteer with his hand up its ass. We want to see.
Oh yeah.
I
want to see. I want to see deleted scenes that were never seen before in like Critters 3 and 4, or even Part 1. Ones that nobody ever saw. It was never part of a DVD, never part of any VHS or anything. That would just be cool. Like extra scenes. Like here's a scene where a critter attacks like a cow or something. That'd be really cool.
Yeah. Especially Part 1, it really feels like they cut the fat on the gore, and I feel like there's extended scenes of the gore, and I would really like to see those, especially when the guy from Titanic is getting it, because there's a behind-the-scenes
Billy Zane
photo of that shows a lot more than you actually see in the film. And on his stomach, and that I want to say there's one of what's the actor that plays the father in Part 1?
Billy Green Bush.
He's ripping it. He's like grabbing it by its bottom lip and upper lip and just like ripping a critter in half. Like, I hope there's footage of that, man.
Yeah, I want to see that. When I first saw that image behind the scenes, I was like, oh my god, like I didn't know this existed.
You found it. I have the same reaction. I was baffled. That's badass.
Yeah. Oh man, I can't wait. Like, I'm super stoked for this series to come out and leading for these Blu-rays to come out if they ever do come out.
Yeah, I have faith in the Blu-ray, and if we even get so much as a teaser for the Critters series, I'm going to be baffled. But my fingers are crossed. There is a logo made, like a Critters new Binge logo. What do you think of the name? What Binge?
Oh, I see where they're going with it, but I am honestly not a big fan of that name.
I have no idea. Where were they going with it? Is it because people binge watch TV now? What the hell
I think so. That and binge is kind of like referred to as like food, like binge eating. So
well, okay, so hopefully that means there's a lot of critters then, maybe.
Yeah,
there would have to be.
I saw the name and I was like,
episodes, critters are going to die and people are going to die. So
yeah, I was like, what the hell is a new binge? Like, why do they? It was sounded kind of stupid. Then I was like, well, maybe I'm just biased because I created Critters Rehatched, and I thought that sounded better. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, have we got confirmation that the Kiddo brothers are on board? Really?
I have no idea if they are or not. I would love to see them.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that might be the most important thing. Yeah, it is. I think it is.
Yeah.
But I know that when they were pitching this, they told us that they made a critter to show to the executives probably like 3 years ago now.
Mm-hmm.
So, but then it was put on hold. So that's the one thing that we really need confirmed is to know that they're on board on this.
Yeah, and with the like earlier when I mentioned the producers from the original films being a part of it, it's a higher opportunity and higher chance for the Kyoto brothers to come back if that's true. Yeah, so I think they will, because the guy who's directing it, Jordan Rubin, he seems to be a fan of practical effects, and if he is a fan of the franchise, as he should be since he's making the series, then he should know about the Kyoto brothers, and he should know that they are one of the most important parts of the crew.
Yeah, definitely. Otherwise, the boys' bad news and shoes. Hopefully, everyone listening got that reference.
They should have got that reference.
I would hope so, man. I would like to stop. But anyway, obviously, the announcement of the series made us excited enough because we've been shooting this podcast idea for a while.
Oh yeah, we actually had the idea to do the podcast before the fan film came out, didn't we?
Probably, yeah. So this definitely kicked our butts in gear,
Oh yeah. I felt like a lazy ass whenever I was like, oh, I gotta cancel this today. I can't do it. And then like 4 months later, I was like, you want to do this again?
Yeah. That's all good though. Hopefully we're not just, getting our hopes up here. This isn't a podcast. This is a plea to whoever's listening that's a part of the show to make it happen and do it right.
Oh yeah, if Jordan Rubin is listening to this podcast, if he stuck around and made it all the way through our podcast, I want to tell him that he needs to get me and you on board to make the show. We can help out in amazing ways, and it would make the show better. So please contact us. We want to be a part of Critters, a new binge.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I mean, no one's been more obsessed their whole lives than probably us too. No offense to the other Critters Rehashed guys.
All I know is I've been obsessed, like, as far back as I can remember being, like, so young where I don't remember anything past that. But, like, probably, 3 or 4 or something like that. I've been a fan of that and been watching Critters constantly ever since, so.
Exactly. I was born in 87. I was born right into it. It's just always been there.
Oh, so we're the same. Yeah, I was born in 87 as well.
Yeah. It's just always been there, man. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we care. Passionate fans here. All right.
Yeah.
Let's end it on that note.
All right. Thank you guys for listening, and I hope you all enjoyed, and we will catch you next time. And Sean, it was good talking to you, man.
All right, cool, man. Kill more Krites.
Yep, kill more Krites.
Hour of the night, streets are calling, stealing from the light, shadow.